What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We are running a Battle Strike, the first Battle Strike, the first forced combat only mission of this run through. You don't always get offered it the instant you go Power Level 2, but in this case we did. Diego wants this done quickly, so we are running a mission for our Gunrunner contact. Free Streets Compact is our enemy of choice, and it's worth noting that every single enemy here is at least moderately upgraded. There are no basic guards whatsoever. It's a bunch of whistlers. Actually, sorry, it's a bunch of street vendors, which means they can get a bunch of bonus evasion, or grunt captains who have pretty solid armor overall. This makes these enemies much harder than most other missions. I did, as I mentioned in the previous recording, do a bunch of save reloads to get this map. This is my second time ever being on this map in about 460 hours of playing this game, because as far as I can tell, this map is only offered for battle strikes. I've never seen it in another mission context. I've done plenty of save reloads before, and so I've always seen this be my spawn point, and I've always seen this be where the enemies are. That said, I think spawn point is rolled the moment that you get the map. So, you know, I've done a couple of restart levels to see what the enemy comps could be. As far as I can tell, this is my third reload of the level. They don't have pobots yet, so we don't get to fight robots this early, which is probably good. This would have been really tough otherwise. But anyway, a couple things. There are some fresh faces in this roster, so we'll turn off the highlights for fun. So of course our Cybernite's still here, our hacker is weirdly here, our gunslinger soldier's still here, but it's like, wait a second, why is our hacker on this mission? Understudy soldier is expected, and why is his vanguard here? Well, two reasons. So one, we have two leverages on. So one, we got rapid transport from our hover operator contact, so it costs 1 favor but allows you to run 5 mercs on a combat only mission, battle strike or siege. And from our level 1 field op center, we got to grab planned advantage, so we get a bunch of bonus initiative action points and move points for the first turn, which is good because this guy was rolling an 18, this guy's at 20. That's kind of scary, right? Now it's worth noting that because we are against the Free Streets Compact, our sniper won't go. Our starting sniper is a Free Streets deserter, and as such is unwilling to run missions for or against FSC, which means we have exactly enough mercenaries to run this mission, because there are a total of 6, I think, counting the sniper, with this guy being offered to us, and with the sniper not being eligible, and us burning the favor, it is exactly these mercenaries until something else is offered. And it's actually a good thing that I didn't bother to use any skill points when I retrained him, because, as it turns out, with our sniper being ineligible, I want someone else to throw down Strike Zone and JTAC, especially when these guards have 74% damage reduction. I want to cut that armor by some amount. It's still only 10%, but that is meaningful. Anyway, of course, you can see that we are starting this map in the crossfires of lots of people. Generally trying to count the action points of enemies and how quick they can get to us. You are going to be getting to pretty much here within about 3 or 4 AP, so you could definitely try to shoot at us. You're going to have an easy time. You're going to get around to here. And so my first instinct is, okay, maybe I want to like hug this wall over here and make these guys have to go around. Like, it's probably kill you, probably not kill you, definitely kill you, and then hide around this wall, and then like look to do a bit more on the next round. So of course we tactical search, and I'm going to drop look ahead here. The primary reason is simply for -2 initiative, so that as guards move forward to attack us, they're going to have lower initiative on the turn they start, which is going to be useful, right? Alright, so what's next? Well, what's next is putting the rest of the buffs down. I need Raze to throw down coordinated charge, and I need Ripley to throw down tactical, like JTAC and stuff. So I'm going to say that we're going to be fighting from, you know, vaguely in this circle the whole time. I think, you know, somewhere around here is fine. I'm going to save Strike Zone for a later turn. I can delay down to 17 and it's fine, because coordinated charge will bump him back up by 2. But otherwise, we're going to do simple yields. Here is coordinated charge. Alright, so we are as buffed as we're going to get. And, oh, you're getting body blocked by your teammates, so you can't shoot yet. Right, that makes sense. Alright, so, where should our first attacks come from? Right? It's going to be kind of hard. I have to get like all the way up here to shoot both these guys. And like that might be the right option, but it scares me a little bit. But it does feel like probably optimal to run like all the way. That's funny. This guy would like slightly be in range as well. But I think it's slightly optimal to run all the way up here. I can't get this guy. That's fine. These guys are far away. But I want to full auto these two and then get behind this wall. And that means save 2 AP at the end. So right now I have, I think, 9 action points. I start with 6. 6 plus 2 from there. Okay, I have 10 action points. Which means if I go here, I can shoot full auto exactly 3 times. That would be suicide. I would get killed. But I can shoot full auto twice and still have 3 AP to leave, which means I can pretty cleanly get back there. The one downside is going to be min range against you, but I don't have a way around that really. Like, I could stand here and, like, shoot you once potentially. There's probably not a lot of upside to that, but I could do it. Yeah, I'm going to go here. I'm going to use you as my primary target. Should put them both in line of sight, no problem. The best use of accuracy buffs is on people who you're going to have a very hard time hitting in the first place. And so because I'm going to have a min range problem against you, I'm going to put marker sights on you. Crit vuln going to be kind of nice as well. And then I'm going to aim at these two guys. Right, accuracy you can see is kind of similar here, right? Inside optimal range is kind of compensating for everything else. I've got my JTAC buff, I've got decent crit chance. 2 full autos is likely to kill. Worth noting that my recoil is at 7. I'm going to shoot once and then use Iron Grip. I think it's slightly better to recover a little bit more recoil than to get the pure damage early. Let me think about this, right? So this gives me 7 accuracy for this shot, and then 5... Okay, no, it is better to Iron Grip first, actually. So plus 7 accuracy for this shot, and then functionally minus 5 accuracy for the second shot, because it doesn't, like, overcap the Iron Grip. But that's net total accuracy up, and it's also a 10% pure damage upgrade for this shot. And with the crit, it's looking really good. And with that in mind, I'm, like, tempted to just say, well, oof, that accuracy sucks. Okay, we're going to go full auto again because we kind of have to. EV is 1.2 bullets here. That sucks a little bit. I cannot... Yeah, I'm not going to go to here. That's way too risky. So I'm going to run back and be, like, comfortable behind cover. And that'll be this turn. One other option could have been try to shoot with this gun. Again, this actually sucks way too much, so it's not really the play. But yeah, we're just going to put you all the way back here. I think I don't need to be in Overwatch yet. I don't think there's a reason to do so. You're supposed to die, and these guys are going to march up to me. I think this is totally reasonable. I'm going to have him end his turn. Okay, you're obstructed by a chair. I would like to have that not be the case. Part of what we're going to do, by the way, is get behind these benches and then yield and let all these guys run toward us. And so I'm also trying to, like, waste the fewest number of important actions. And, like, let my best gunners handle the guys who come down. Right, so this guy, for example, doesn't have a good assault rifle. He has one of the basic ones, because I've only got 3 of the good ARs. I'm going to run you here. And then the consideration I have now is, do I want to shoot this assault rifle at you several times? And, you know, a cruiser recoil might, you know, I might eventually, you know, shred the armor. Or just go revolver several times and, like, use the pure damage to guarantee the throughput. I think revolver and pure damage is the right play. It should take 3 hits to kill, roughly. It might take 4. Nice. The crit was completely not needed, but cool to get buffed all the same. Let's put you behind some cover as well. Plenty of move speed thanks to the soldier talents. We're going to hide you behind this. You can yield. My Vanguard does not have any combat talents, and also does not have the good assault rifle. She's got a basic pistol. No, she does actually have a good assault rifle. It's my my hacker's not running it. That's right. Anyway, you've got to run up here. Spend your 3 action points getting close. That should still cleanly be inside of JTAC. Just going to kill you and then move on. And I believe it is correct to go pistol here instead of assault rifle. Let's see. 65%. Buffed evasion makes this annoying. This is 69%. Actually, no, it's better to go here because we get guaranteed glancing hit on 60%. Basic ARs have 60% guaranteed glance on their standard burst fire attack. We get the full hit, but, you know, that wasn't guaranteed, of course. And then, yeah, based on the fact that you're going to have to run around like this, I believe, maybe incorrectly, that I can... Yeah, unfortunately, the bench slots are a little bit awkward here. This is gonna, yeah, it's gonna cost you an action point to get around like this, but oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna put you here, duck you behind cover. It's fine-ish. Okay, sure. You can yield. And then, yeah, because we're gonna let these guys run forward. I just gotta keep putting myself into some level of safety. So we'll just duck them all behind some benches, basically. Let them come to us. That seems reasonably functional. You can yield. You're going to run back as well. Ideally, I can have him go at initiative 9, and then he can throw down Strike Zone and make this a really good like killing zone. Okay. We get the delays. Alright, they're on the way out. He should be out of action points. Oh, he's not. Oh, right. Basic SMGs can shoot for 1 AP. So, yeah, these guys are going to shoot at me a couple times. I'm probably going to take... Someone's likely to get wounded in this mission. You can see that accuracy shot was 10% because he's far away. He had run, so we had built up some recoil, and we're behind some cover. So, if I was not behind any cover at all, it would be, what, 35 to hit, which is still being, you know, brought down by accuracy. But that means this guy's going to for sure have a decent shot. So he's likely to hit somebody, but he still shouldn't be able to shoot full auto. So let's hope he doesn't hurt the guys that I really, really need. I really want my hacker to not get damaged, but I don't have a way around that one. Well, the street vendors run as far as they can go, just not all that far. This grunt captain, I believe, should not be able to reach us. Yeah, he chose cover instead, which is very reasonable. This guy's going to run down. He's not going to get me. There's no way. The nice thing is we get a decent crossfire setup here, or a decent like able ability to go really bursty. You can shoot. Yep. Ow, that crit. And it's my Cyber Knight? That sucks. Well, she's taking stress, injury, and wound for that one. Okay. So, well, we know where the killing field is. It's here. We'll have to let some of these guys walk forward. Like, we could go for this instead, but that's not really any better. Right? We can shoot these 3 or these 3. With the ability to get the other ones a little bit later. So right there is functional. Okay, so I'm going to beat them in initiative rolls, probably. I can have my Cyber Knight boost anyone who really needs it. Worth noting, this gun does shoot 6 shots full auto. So we can cleanly attack 2 people at once. So if I spend 1 AP, can I actually get them both in line of sight for 1 AP? I'm trying to find a spot where he like might lurch out. Okay, that's out of range. So I can't shoot him because 22 meters is not acceptable. So I do have to spend 2 action points. I still want to be somewhat in cover, right? I want to make sure these guys don't reach me easily. You're going to be a bit of a problem, but I can still probably outroll you. Actually, that's the thing, right? Is I'm planning on having a high initiative roll. And so I don't need to care too much about how much cover I'm under, because we're going to alpha strike at least this guy. I think you... you might threaten me, but I can't do anything about that one. Alright, so I'm going to have you, because you're the best at multi-target because of the Urban Assault, and Urban Assaults have the best armor shred. It's 30% per hit, and I'm hitting each guy 3 times, so I'm getting around like 50% armor shred. You can't shred more than once in a turn, so it's not EV of 0.9, it's you know, 0.7 to the third to not shred. We get a crit, we don't get a shred, that sucks. 80% hit chance, still pretty good. There we go. Okay, getting 1 crit was expected, or getting 1 shred was expected. And then, what's my initiative roll going to be? Minimum 19? Cool. I'm gonna make sure the minimum roll is gonna be... Actually, no, I'm gonna walk out into the open so that I can get other good shots at start of the next turn. I won't have any bonus AP, but I can step up and at least shoot. And then, like... Right, step up once, shoot, and then spend 2 AP walking back. That'll be functional. I'm actually going to yield him briefly, because I want him to not block other people's line of sight here. So here's the next kind of fun bit, is getting you. You're really awkward to shoot. I can just barely get there. Like that. I think it's kind of my best option. So I can go there, or I can go here. And I think, honestly, going there and throwing bullets at that one guy to try to shred his armor is correct here. That's just how I feel about this one. I've got some recoil because he's been shooting already, but I think this is the best option I have. We shred. That's really fortunate. I only hit 1 bullet, I think. No, I hit 2, right? Yeah, I hit 2. 80% hit 2. All right, Ripley. I can't yield anymore. If that was the line of sight there, I'm going to go more like this, and that should still be functional for next turn. So this shouldn't block anyone that matters, now that I know what the situations are looking like. Let's see. Let's have you go... Ideally, only spend one action point. So put you here. You're line of sight on both. I think... what's the best option here? I think the best option is you kill that guy. And then my Cyber Knight doesn't have to go as far to kill those two. So this full auto looks pretty nice. Great. The crit is guaranteeing it. That's fine with me. And then... These are the same chance to hit. I guess we should just fully kill you, which lets me focus fire on somebody else instead. Coin flip. Coin flip succeeds. And we can see that this guy has a good initiative roll, but is unlikely to be truly threatening to my Vanguard. Well, a little threatening to my Vanguard. Alright. So, you're at 10, and you guys, like, kind of actually matter. So I'm thinking the play is to maximize, like, output. Well, I guess they're not under... Yeah, so the only downside is they're not under strike zone. And so I'm missing, like, a really large damage amp. Here's what I'm going to do. I think it is correct to finish this kill. I have 1 AP left after this. Okay, we shred his armor. Not that it mattered. He died anyway. But I'm going to go here. There's nothing else to do, right? I might as well shoot. We're going to land about 3 of these 6 bullets. We shred it. That's not bad. And then you can run back to, like, relative safety. And then again, am I worried about Sin being in the open like this? So if I... Yeah, my min roll is 20 for initiative after I boost initiative here. And so getting my team out from under this, so he has to go a little bit farther. Well, here's the funny thing. Yeah, the entire team should, like, walk back a little bit. So that he has to walk farther to get to me. That's almost certainly correct. So yeah, I'm gonna boost you. I'm gonna end my turn where I am right now. I don't have any active leverage available or anything. This is the turn where... one thing I could have done instead was look ahead this. And that way I would have been able to drop him to 17. And that would have been fine as well. But anyway. We're going to get a escalation. We should get reinforcements. Yep. Okay, that's a relatively awkward spot. They haven't given up yet. Yeah. Okay, so what do we get here? Alright, well, we got a Z Edge. So, melee guy who is just a sword with nothing special. So, thankfully, that's actually relatively low power. We have a Z Rusher. Which, melee guy, but with a stun stick instead. So they can lower my action points. And we've got a scarier one, which is a Street Charger. Level 5 shotgun. Has armor. And, you know, that's relatively scary, right? Now, none of them have special effects unless they're just missing the descriptions. Yeah, so here's the thing I'm kind of between right now. It would be nice if I can kill these guys in a strike zone. Like, wouldn't that be really convenient and clever and wonderful? But the problem is, these guys are going to have really no problem going, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action points up and shooting at me. I think you're not going to get to shoot me, but you are. And so, I think my best play is actually... I mean, I don't want to be... So the tough thing as well is, I could shoot from here, stay out in the open. Like, the only guy who's even scary is you, because these melee guys can't reach me anyway. Like, melee guys literally cannot reach me to deal damage. It cares, you know, I care what the next initiative roll is, but... the problem is you matter. Like, you're somewhere that, like, scares me, and you can definitely damage me. I think you're gonna have a harder time hitting me. But, like... You know, am I basically... If I run out like this... Well, actually, here's the weird thing. I only have one full auto on one single target, so I probably just am going to shoot like this. Okay, so sorry, let me get back to the point. If we delay, they're going to run into strike zone. They're going to get to here and then be hittable, and we get a bunch of bonus damage. But it means they get to shoot at us once, which is really awkward. So I think ultimately the play is just send it. The shred is nice. Only have one bullet left, which means we'll just go for a single target here and then duck back behind cover. Other option is going for the pistol. But I'm not going to shoot twice and then, you know, not get any farther ahead. So it's just going to simply be shoot once and get into cover. Coin flip. Missed. That's fine. You're also, you know, relatively low value to me. So I'm just going to kind of hide you back here. That's relatively fine. He's going to have a hard time getting all the way around the corner. So I think this is reasonable. These guys are definitely not going to reach me. So you're safe. I just need your initiative to be good next turn. Sadly, it is not. It's 12. That's scary. You're already shredded, so let's just kill you. Now, of note, I need to reload this gun. I think standing there is acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Alternative is to, like, run farther back, but that means I'm going to lose 3 action points next turn, so I think taking the reload is better. Alright, so for the rest of this, we're just worried about where this guy goes. Oh, wait, that was all turn 1. No, I do still have coordinated charge on. For some reason, I did my math wrong. I couldn't count to 1. Alright, we'll put you behind some cover. This guy's going to come around and see you. Actually, I want him to be relatively safe. I'm going to put him a little bit farther back. Because I don't want him to be injured for the other pending missions. So put you here and then delay. You are just going to stay exactly where you are. Actually, you know what I should do is Overwatch this. This is a really good time for using Overwatch. When this guy rounds the corner, we're going to just stop him in his tracks. And he actually has a really good angle on it, where this guy's for sure, like... Oh, but worth noting, Overwatch ends by turn. That's relevant here. So, I think it's actually fine. I actually think I'm willing to say, like, you know, run out to here and then throw Overwatch at this cone, and then let them all, you know, kind of pile in and get stuffed. I think that is a very reasonable turn for this Overwatch, is, yeah, to block him off in a bad spot. So to go for somewhere like... Stop somewhere like this. These guys get a little bit closer before we stop them. Actually, should at least try to be inclusive of where they're actually going to be. So, yeah, let's aim it up like this. I think that's functional. So his turn's over, he gets 2 shots. If I run back to here, I'm actually totally safe. Like, he's not going to be... Unless this guy misses his Overwatch shot, which is very unlikely with JTAC Strike Zone on, and Coordinated Charge, he shouldn't miss. So, I'm going to say you can just walk a little bit back to safety. Then we should see some pretty good results from this stuff. Or he's not even going to try, and he's going to stay in cover. Okay, cool. I spent a lot of time thinking about that, and he just did nothing. So I did waste 1 turn of my soldier, but oh well. Let these guys run up. Let these guys run up. What you got? You're flanking. And stopped you. Armor shredded for a shot. That's awesome. Alright, who's next? You're going to stay in cover. I understand. How about you? Are you going to be aggressive? Yes. And Overwatch stopped you as well. Alright, wonderful. They are twins. Yep. Okay, sure. Alright, so initiative rolls. Sins is bad. Everyone else looking pretty good. You're at 20, but you're actually out here, which means it's going to be even slower. Like, I don't think you can actually get a shot. So I'm actually not worried about your positioning right now, which is good. Alright, well, let's get everything we can. I mean, actually, well, I could just shoot, and this is fine. I think this is probably a good use of action points, honestly. Is, like, don't have to go anywhere, just take your shots and get your kill. Unfortunately, they're blocking each other's line of sight, so we have this awkwardness where I can't get the other guy yet. At least they're dead. With my 1 remaining AP, I can't really do anything. I'm just going to get a cover bonus and be done. I guess similar here. I don't have to move, so why move? Great kill. Obviously, reloading seems really valuable here. An alternative is to spend 1 action point walking up and shooting you. So the question is, am I worried about initiative rolls, right? You are out of Overwatch. Well, you can recast Overwatch at start of next turn, which is pretty nice. But also, I know that more reinforcements will be coming. 1 spawned at wave 2. There might be 1 on turn 3. I actually know from playing this mission that this is a valid spawn location, which means there could be guys right here start of next turn. Strike Zone is still on for a little bit, which is nice. It's going to end relatively soon. I think it lasts 2 or 3 turns. Like the zone itself, not the debuff. These guys are debuffed for 2 turns because they walked into it, but... So the question I have is... What's most optimal? I mean, it's definitely kill you. It's probably put you in Overwatch, to be honest. You don't matter until you've burned your turn up. Like, as long as we're behind this wall, we're not going to get shot. But I think I really want to reload because I think this group is going to be scary. And I think if I stand here, this is fine. I can use this to shoot out next turn and you still have to go around me. So I legitimately think standing here is safe. Because he would have to go all the way out to this spot to get line of sight, and that's not going to happen. And this guy's at 14, which I'm just not worried about. All right. Now, the one downside is coordinated charge is over. Okay, we get nothing yet. That's fine. I think 2, 3... I think this guy actually can't hit me next turn because sword swipes cost 2 AP. And it's like 1, 2, 3... It's close. This might be just barely enough. I'm not really sure. But I need to go back into Overwatch again. I think it's correct to go into Overwatch here and block this guy off. As well as, you know, the chance of the other guy actually being scary. As low as it is. I think this is correct. Just make a ton of Overwatch shots, and there we go. Stop it. Okay. So this guy, right? We have to make sure we catch him in Overwatch. I want to get both these guys, so it's right here, lines them up. I want to aim a little bit far back if I can for the min range requirement, but that's a little tough. Right there. That's 18 meters. That's 6 meters. That's totally reasonable. You are blocking one of the Overwatch angles, but I think it's going to be okay. Actually, you know what? Let's cheat a little bit closer forward so that I'm not blocking this direct line of sight, right, when he comes around the corner. So that's going to be fine. Actually, here's going to suffer a little bit. Minus 16 for range. But it's just the best chance I have here, really. Yeah, you just have that bonus 20 evasion that I'm overriding with Strike Zone. So here we go. Shred the armor crits because we're under JTAC and Strike Zone, so that's looking pretty good. And then basically the choice is between AR, which is, you know, 40-50 hit chance, or Revolver, which is actually really pretty similar. And in fact, the guaranteed glance says I want to go here and try to one-shot him. I think standing where I am is totally fine. Nice, we crit, then even glance. That's hype. I'm still safe from you. Ripley has to get this kill, but that should be fine. That should be no worries at all. 72. Full auto helps me get slightly higher chance at making it land. Nah, I think single target 3 times is totally acceptable. Great. Alright. So because of this Overwatch cone, we should be able to yield to him. And this should be totally fine. Go ahead, buddy. We've got 4 tries. The first try worked, which, you know, is expected, but it's good to know. Let's take our preemptive reload. And I also am tempted to be a little greedy here. And what I mean by that is basically use something like low value like the pistol and save assault rifle bullets. Because I don't think this is the last of the guards. I don't think this is the only spawn they're getting. So yes, we're in the open, but there's no one to shoot at us, so... Here, that's cover. Great. Enjoy your little bit of cover. Enjoy your revolver shot. Guaranteed to land. It made the laser gun noise. I should report that as a small bug. The wrong SFX from late round gunfire. Okay. That's fine. We'll wait for the thing to tick up in the top right. And there we go. Cool. Okay, well, you're going to reload your gun. You're going to reload your other gun. I'm pretty sure JTAC is over this turn. So we're going to be unbuffed, except for Tactical Surge for next turn. I'm going to run you forward, though, because, again, I'm expecting the spawns to be here, here, or here. This can be a spawn point as well, but the odds are it's going to be on this side of the map, and so if I want to Alpha Strike them, I want to be on that side of the map. Alright, well, as I said, this can be the spawn, and unfortunately, they're actually a little bit... Oh, no, it's a Pobot. Okay. Please don't be too... Okay, cool. Yeah, so, hi. We're early in the game. I am power level 2, and they've got mech infantry with 70... I mean, this isn't completely miserable, but you can see, like, oh yeah, it's twice as much health and twice as much armor, and I've got to shred them twice to bring it down to 0. Now, the nice thing is, this is a shotgun, so it has limited range. These guys are a Euro shotgun as well, which is a little scary. But the nice thing is, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, they're going to get pretty far, and I don't believe they can actually get around this corner in 4 AP. So I believe we're allowed to basically just stand our ground here, and you're the only one who could possibly risk hitting me, and I don't think you even can. So I'm just going to yield. I'm going to Tactical Surge. And then as long as you have, like, acceptable levels of cover, we can let these guys all run at us. I also, keep in mind, don't have any more charges of Overwatch anymore. So I guess I could Link Watch with the pistol. That would actually be acceptable, I suppose. The problem is the ordering is that the Z-Rush is going first, and this one for sure does not matter. This guy is melee and for sure cannot get me in 6 action points, which means his Link Watch would be shooting a lot of bullets that are stopping people I don't care about. I still might do it just because this is clearly the toughest group of enemies here. So unfortunately, I can't even get behind like a good level of cover. Well, actually, I can do this and it's fine. Well, yeah. So if I have 7 action points, the way this works, by the way, is you get 2 plus shots from AP. So like this is technically 6 shots, which of course I can't actually shoot, right? So, you know, why bother? But that means I'm actually tempted to go for a reload here and then go like this, stand here. Actually, I'm gonna stand here. Yeah, I think here is fine. This still gives me more than enough shots, right? You can see I have 4 shots here on Link Watch. But if I go here and then say bring it and just say, all right, Link Watch, what you got, buddy? And we can double check something real quick, right? Which is my max attack range is 22. This is not 22 meters. We're fine like this. So we'll block this entrance because that's actually scary. We've got 1 million shots here. And then the rest can yield. We can... Oh, wait, she's screwed. She can't go at the right time because her initiative is exactly 10. Yeah, I should have in a previous turn yielded to go down to like, I don't know, 17 or something. Like if I go behind code here, right? If I had pressed yield and gone down to like 16 or 17 or something, I could have delayed past these guys, but now I cannot. So that's really unfortunate. And if I press yield here, it gets really awkward and I go to 9. That's obviously not acceptable. So my Cybernite's in this really awkward spot where I cannot be proactive with her. So all I can really do is reload my guns. And then stand somewhere where I'm going to have like a decent next turn. Which is probably like here. I can shoot those guys, I can shoot here, I can shoot up that hallway. It's not the best, but I had a really awkward turn, unfortunately. I didn't plan that forward and I should have. You're flanking. Okay, that's cool. We tried the second time, which really wasn't that needed. Now, she's actually blocking some of the line of sight here, which is a little bit rough. Please don't miss. Thank you. Okay. You're heavily armored, but you're done for now. This Pobot, unfortunately, is probably going to land in the exact same spot here. You might be out of AP. Thankfully, you are. All right. So, 16, 16, 17. Those are all very real initiative rolls. Thankfully, Raze is before that one. And Raze has... he has coordinated charge for me. So, best I've got is looking at these two. I can't, without going really far and limiting my number of shots. I mean, I could... If I go like this, I want to shoot at these two. And that's 1, 2, 3... Yeah, this is 6 AP, which means I still get 2 full autos. That's got to be correct, actually. That's got to be the right choice. It's, you know, unfortunate that J-Tag and Strike Zone are down because I have a low-level character, but that's going to make my accuracy worse, going to make everything worse, but... Yeah, let's limit the number of targets. Only shoot these two. Yes, actually kind of sucks. The chair's in the way. It's obstructing it, but the best thing I have is try to shred these guys. This is my best chance to shred. Nice. That's actually huge. Chance it's not getting great, but oh well. Just do the same thing again. Oh my gosh, that's such a high roll. That's so lucky. When we look at this, right, and it's like, all right, well, yeah, this was the first one. Charger got hit all 3 times, and it shredded. That's crazy to get 3 out of 3 with 60%. And 2 out of 3 with this, so, I mean, I got, what, 5 out of 6 with my average chance being 65. I expected to get 4 out of 6, so I, you know, got +1 there. The shreds, I won basically 2 coin flips in a row. Right, this is... If you hit twice, it's 50%, so this is a straight-up coin flip. This was, like, 60-70% to get, so that was, you know, it kind of expected, but obviously I got lucky this round, right? I got one more than I was supposed to, and I got one more shred than I was supposed to. And then we go again. I somehow got 3 out of 3 at a 1/3 chance to hit, which is wild. And I got 3 out of 3 at 40 to hit, which is also wild. And it rolled the armor shred, which again is like expected at this point, but I also got 1 crit, which is kind of amazing. So just really, really lucky turn. We definitely take those, but that's incredible. The odds of this round being this good were probably like 1% or lower. All right, well, that's looking pretty good. So let's go with the assault rifle and start knocking these guys down. They need to be killed. It's obviously pretty important. You are out of armor. You're just not very armored in the first place. They all shred down to 20%. Yeah, the sequencing definitely mattered, and we got pretty lucky with it. And one thing I could do, actually, is run to here. That might get rid of some of the cover bonuses they have. So you can see this guy, right? -10 from obstructed. So if I go here, he probably won't be obstructed anymore. That's going to make the chance to hit a little bit nicer, which I think is worth it. I'm going to lose a bit of accuracy for movement. Actually, no, I'm not. All right, great. Yeah, neither one is obstructed now. That's really, really awesome. Let's do this. We missed a lot here, which is expected. I mean, we had to get unlucky at some point. There's no way that's 2 hits, by the way. I don't think that's actually accurate. So let's see, right? 83 after armor soaked 20 is that much. I guess this might have been Graze's, actually. The 2 out of 2 hits might have been you got glancing, it's guaranteed. But yeah, Pobot hitting once is worth 83 damage. Hitting him twice is not 81, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. 40 damage, right? 2 out of 2 hits, 2 out of 2 hits. Nope. Okay, so this is clearly lying in some way, because that's not how much damage gets dealt. Right, if we look at the actual data on this, right? This gun does... yeah, it does 120 damage per hit in full auto. Right, and so if I lose around 20% from armor, that's, you know, again, going to be in the 90s, right? I'm going to do 90-something. And you can low roll, by the way, like, actual damage is not always 100%. It's 75 to 100%. So, like, the actual min damage here is, you know, 80-something, 90-something, whatever. But not 40, right? So there's no world where 2 hits here. There's no world where 2 hits is actually only 40 damage. So, it's lying, I guess. Again, this guy is glanceable, right? Like, it's expected to get a glancing hit, and a glancing hit can actually roll, like, really low damage. But, yeah. Anyway, just... I'll shoot the slightly better gun. I'll get really low damage. That's fine. That's expected, right? That's expected for a glancing hit. Anyway. Now, thankfully, their initiative rolls are still bad, so they're not going before us. I'm going to go here and get a clean line of sight on these two. Now, the dangerous thing is there might be reinforcement spawning very, very soon. That's going to make my life quite difficult. Ah, that's the damage I'm more expecting. Yeah, 100 plus 27 pure. I don't know, whatever. Either way. You're just going to do the same thing again. Nothing else we can really do here. Not quite dead. And, yeah, actually killing it, yeah, 5%. It's kind of a why bother angle. Again, my initial roll is better, which is good. It's going to go somewhere a little bit safer. Reload the pistol, because I might need it for something. Actually, I guess it's reinforcements exhausted. This is the reinforcements being done. I could have looked at that sooner and realized that my Cyberknight should not have gone this way. So that's actually my mistake. Anyway, we all beat them on initiative. There's no other buffs to throw down. Actually, there is one. Delaying. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? If I yield down to 11, what I'm trying to do is have this guy be able to throw down... Actually, it's going to be this guy. Throw down coordinated charge. Which is going to add 2 back. I would go to 13. Yeah, I can't. Okay. I was trying to see if I could have my turn go while under the effects of coordinated charge for bonus accuracy, and that's not realistic. Down you go. Thank you, Cyberknight Crit Chance. It's over. The Free Street Compact is done. So yeah, I'm really, really glad I stacked a bunch of Overwatch there and stopped those guys. Alright, what do we get? A decent 89 experience. That's actually pretty reasonable. Yeah, so our Cyberknight got injured for only 2 days, thankfully, but she's been wounded as well. That's going to cost me a week and some money to fix that. XP is pretty solid, so that Sin levels up because she was in our very first mission. Ripley's not quite level 2. But hey, Centaur and Sparklight are here. Wonderful. Off to the safe house we go. Could have been a bit better. Definitely could have been a lot worse. Yeah, this mission didn't pay very well, so because I went for barracks level 2, and because I went to go put in Command HQ level 2, so that I have 3 workers at a time, and I went for Field Ops 2, and I went to go put in cryo cooling for the hacking station, so I can go hack station 2 as well. These have all combined to delay my Underworld hub by quite a bit, which, I mean, maybe not ideal, but it is where we are. Again, this is going to take 6 days to build, plus accruing the money, which means what I'm really thinking about here is keeping him on red and running this scav raid and running this CPU spike, and hoping that combining the loot that I can sell here and what I can get from this puts me in a spot where I can afford to start Underworld Hub 2, and then have that be underway by the time this actually starts, so that I can get plus 40 legwork chance when it actually goes through. That's going to be kind of the hope here. So let's do our quick safety save, because who knows? There we go, override save slot. Obviously she's down for 2 days, so she can't really run the raid. We can run the CPU spike pretty safely. That's going to be fine. Although the reason I would want to not do that is in order to let Potato get his limit break out of the way. It's going to be several days away, and so that's not really realistic. So here's what I'm debating right now, basically. Here's the sort of space I'm between. At any point in time, I can run this mission, but I want to run it as late as possible so that Potato can limit break first. However, I want to run it as soon as possible so I can start the Underworld Hub upgrade, because I need that in order to get better legwork tokens, in order to run this successfully and get his legwork going better, right? That's valuable. I want that. It's important to me. So those are fighting each other a little bit, right? At the same time, I also need to run the scav raid. And of course, I want to run it with my best units possible, which means I want to run it with my hacker, so that my hacker can get optional loot out of the Matrix host. I want to run it with my Cyber Knight, because of course I do, right? Strongest character I have on the team. And so I can't run this for another 2 days, which means I don't really have a way to not have this legwork spawn early, right? Like, the way I can view it is we just kind of have to let these things tick forward. And then as soon as my Cyber Knight is ready, or I guess 1 day away from ready, really, we can run this. So it's like, okay, the other side of it then is, if this Underworld Hub token is not possible, because, like, can I get in between the two, right? It's like, can I wait the... this was on the 21st, which actually means that Potato... Oh, no. And then... All right, then this guy hit it on the 27th, which means, yeah, we're only 1 day in. So we need to wait 5 days for Potato's limit break. If I wait 5 days, I'm for sure not getting the missions done in time and getting enough money in order to boost the Underworld Hub and to boost this. And I'm going to choose to say that, you know what, screw it. Let's prioritize Potato's limit breaks, and we're going to have slightly lower, like, legwork chance on this, and that's just going to be the way it is. That makes sense to me. That's going to be how we're going to do it. I'm going to stop spending money on other stuff, though, and I'm going to try to make sure that I can make this upgrade happen relatively soon. But, you know, I went for all these upgrades. Well, I went for these upgrades. This was only 40k. This was 40k. This was 7k or something. So, actually, you know what? If I hadn't done Barracks 2, Command HQ 2, Hacking Station, Cryo Cooling, I would have had just enough to start Underworld Hub. And honestly, I wish I had done that instead. I wish I had just not spent this. Not done Command HQ, not done Barracks, not done Hacking Station. And I would have had the Underworld Hub right now, and this all would have worked out. So I regret laying all this groundwork. It was wrong. I needed the money. That was a mistake. Oh well. I can't take it back. It's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, worth noting that I probably shouldn't have laid the groundwork here. I should have done this stuff because it's more important. I do think in the future, though, I would pretty much always go for Cold Storage 2, Field Ops 2, Nano Scrubber 2, before I went Underworld Hub 2. I think that's actually reasonable. But I would leave Barracks at 1, I'd leave HQ at 1, and I would leave Hack Station at 1. So next time I do this, this will be my build order. Is what it is. You live and learn. Move on from there. Okay, so final thoughts before we move forward on the timeline. I don't think there's anything. I think we just have to take this mission. If he offers a delay, that's great. I don't think he will, but if he does, that's sick. Yeah, and then again, my Cyber Knight is a little stressed. She is injured for 2 days 12, which isn't horrible. We can then send her for fixing Dazed. -3 move speed is the only thing that really happens here. So like 5 melee accuracy doesn't matter, 10 stress res doesn't really matter, because I get stress every time anyway. But if you leave wounds the way they are, they can worsen on their own. You don't need a stress limit break for that one. And then it's harder and more expensive to drop this, and move speed does matter some. So like, I don't want this to worsen into -10% move speed and cost like 100k to fix, right? I actually don't know if level 2s cost a lot more. I have only had one worsen once, and I just forgot what the cost was. But yeah. So the play is see if he lets me delay it, I guess. So field ops level 2 is done. Great. We get tokens every 8 days. If we went for level 3, level 3, what it gives you is you can stack a 3rd token, and it unlocks more optional legworks. As far as I can tell, both Hacking Station and Field Up Center, the possible leverages stop at level 3, but you can get more tokens, and you can get more token cap, which both are good. So we've got this Hacking Station's kind of capped out. We are going to run this hack at some point. Again, if I went for level 2, right? If I went for level 2, I could get minus tally. I could get 100 IO, which is very useful, honestly. IO is often a bottleneck when hacking. It's going to be less the case now, since I've just got the new head cyberware in. But cool stuff there. Yeah, these all unlock at 2. This unlocks at 3. Ultimately, let's go spend tokens. 10 deck armor is nice. It means I'm basically immune to damage escalations. This actually would allow me to literally ignore some of the active ice. This is just good overall. I'm going to buy this no matter what. And because of CPU spike, I actually do need to deal damage. And so I'm actually going to take this one instead of the armor, because I have to literally kill the stuff through the CPU spike. So I will take custom corruption here. I generally only use Hacking Station leverage for hacking only missions, because just being able to buy the default 10k, what's it called? The default, I'm blanking, I'll get there eventually, I promise. The default Matrix Snoop leverage is enough for the Meat Space missions to look fine. I'm going to check actually one thing out, which is, can I make enough money from selling stuff? Like if I sold everything, let's say I did, right? 15, 16, 19, 23, can't sell this, 27, can't sell this either, 32, 38-ish, 36, something around there. If I look at all the individual files and I'm like, now to show me everything, whatever, and I sort by like, you know, expensive, yeah, I can just barely swing these in. Actually, I have a bunch of, these are doubled up, so there's a couple of these I can sell and it's actually reasonable. If I sort by name, I can sell a lot of doubled up stuff. Like I have so many corporate invoices too. And when you look at the file sets and it's like, yeah, good luck when I need to get Kenko invoices to get this whole set together. Like I can sell most of these and it's fine. I can sell the rare Dr. Samdara V chip. I have way too many of these, right? Like I can sell down to like maybe 2 of everything and it's fine. So it's going to be close enough. I'm going to go ahead and try. And I'm going to see if I can make enough money to start the upgrade after all. And like maybe I can find somewhere else to scrimp. So these are all corporate invoices too. We'll sell the crappy ones. We'll keep the legendary ones. We're getting closer, 60k to go. I'm going to sell the expensive Dr. Samdara V chip because it doesn't matter. You're just going to mint this thing, so it doesn't really matter what you do. Let's see. Personnel files 1, personnel files 2. We've got quite a lot of personnel files too, so we'll start selling them off. He pays extra. That's cool. We'll keep these 2 that are like better overall for minting the file set, but otherwise we'll sell the rest. 40k to go, not too bad. Research reports. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we have 40k to go, which isn't great. Let's go ahead and start like actually seeing if there's, yeah, so there's no armor. Weapons, I can sell at least one of them and it's fine. I'm going to sell this Sure Shot. I'm going to sell it to Diego. He'll be right behind him in line for the limit break. I think that's totally functional. So there you go. There's a little bit of money. If I look at weapon mods and I sort by like, what would I actually use? I would not force on a silencer ever on an assault rifle. I would always leave that open so I could take it out when I need to. So get rid of that. This is a pretty decent optic. I would probably do that. This shotgun e-rifle body mod actually is reasonable to sell. I'm not playing for melee this game, so I'm going to sell this. A pistol body mod that gives plus reload. I don't care about that at all. I'm going to sell that as well. The unfortunate thing is these are all epic and rare, or epic and legendary, which means they also deliver influence, which means they... If I want to sell them, I have to basically... like, acknowledge that I'm going to be wasting influence for a limit break, and I really don't want to do that if I can help it. If I have to, I will, but I would like to not if I could, right? I guess one thing to note is that I can maybe sell one more item here. I'm going to keep these pistols, but I can sell this assault rifle. And it's like, yeah, we'll just have my extra gunner, you know, we can sell this, it's okay. Make 11k here, 20k to go, that's pretty doable, right? I was not going to sell these, I want them too badly. Not going to sell silencers, obviously. That's everything I could possibly sell. I'm not going to, I mean, actually, one thing I do is sell these first aid kits, because I know I'm not actually using them. I'm just using them to, so, like, for example, I'll show you, right? Like, if I unequip first aid kits here, and I say, hey, hacker, do you want to run this mission? We can run it, because it's okay to not have, consumables. And so, you know, I'm, you know, getting pretty tight on money, so sure, let's do it. I was holding them so that I, you know, just didn't have to look at that red text all the time, but at the end of the day, we need money, so that's fine. We go to our inventory. We sell 10 first aid kits. Here you go. All right, 10k to go. Right, one more file. I guess we'll just sell one of the corporate invoices, and it is what it is. Yeah, I guess so. They're both level 2, so it doesn't really change anything here. We'll sell it to Potato, because why not? And so we got just enough money to go for Underworld Hub level 2. Which is, yeah, I think really worthwhile. Now I will actually have the tokens in 6 days, and the ability to make this stuff look nicer. Now, it's worth noting that, again, tokens take 10 days to generate until this is done. Then it's 8 days to generate. But that means that anything that's going to take, you know, 7 days to complete, I won't have an extra token generated. So it might be worth, like, sitting here at 2 out of 2 tokens for a long time and just, like, not using them until this ticks down, even though I'm going to, like, kind of lose a token long term. Depending on how this is all spaced out, it's going to be important. So we got week game 4. Overwrite the save slot. This is how we're going to play it. All right. Risky business move, my guy. The German overboss Herr Schweinchen. A smuggling route across the Atlantic. So some imported German weaponry. But he's got some outrageous demands of our gunrunner here. But if it holds up, he's going to leapfrog his competition and get a lot better weaponry. Okay, so it's risky and dangerous. What's the demand here? He wants to get really in close on the business here. So he wants somebody to come in and look and see what's going on there. What type of weaponry exactly? Yeah, so we get, you know, some new automatic weaponry, some better mods and attachments as well. There aren't a lot of mods initially, but we do get some PL3 weapons, which is nice. Are you ready for this? He's sticking his neck out. If it fails, he gets some problems. It looks like a trap. Please cut ties. We can't help, sorry. So I've never tried these. I don't know what happens when you make this choice here. But ultimately, yes, we can do the legwork. So, of course, he's good at this. But the problem is, do I want him out of commission for 10 days? Right? That's the scary thing, right? If I think about it, it's like, well, I can send you out for 10 days. Now, the nice thing is, as long as my building is done, because, again, it's a long time here. It's plenty of time to actually finish the building. That no matter who goes, we can generate enough tokens to actually guarantee that it succeeds, right? By, you know, dropping a 10% or dropping 220%. Ultimately, I'm going to want him back in these missions, and so I'm going to send Sparklight, because he's a door kicker, he's better, right? So here's, right, combat focused job. He's in a combat class, so he's 60%, 10% lower, multiplicatively because of difficulty settings. So he's at 60. A door kicker is baseline 70. Free Streets Compact Deserter is baseline 80. I don't know why that's trait special, but we take those. I guess because he is part of this Free Streets Compact, I think. But either way, I'm going to send Sparklight here, because he's at least moderately good at it. And again, with 2 tokens, he should be fine. We can't choose to delay it. The timer is now. So in he goes. And yeah, this guy goes all the time on this mission, because he always has combat traits, and those missions are combat-based. So he's going. Great. Right, that's what we wanted. I don't know why I'm saving. Nothing really happened, but whatever. This is upgrading. Yeah, so I want to delay enough that this mission is offered to me. I'm also going to save before this is offered to make sure that this mission is also on a cool tile set. So we will be Like if I make a mistake and like advance too far forward or something, we'll be making sure that's going to be at the right time. So of course nothing else to really do. I have no money. We got a new offer. So B-Tuna is now offering us a kill 3 captain's job. So that's going to be another mission, another proctored mission on offer. That's just fine. This is still advancing, of course. And I'm waiting until this is done to use the tokens. My Cybernite has recovered. Now I have no money. Ah, cool. Another mission coming up. So we have another storyline mission now offered. A family problem. We are being offered... so I am unsure if it is correct to take this offer right now or a little bit later. Basically, this spawns a story mission. It spawns a mission that... I'm trying to think through this. So, like, how much I want to, like, spoil for those who haven't played the game yet, and what else is going on. Basically, this spawns a mission that eventually results in a recruit. I'm trying to think if I want to put this on my docket right now. I think I don't, because I want enough money to be able to heal my Cybernite, right? It's not super expensive. It's only 24k, but I don't have that money right now, right? So I need to run this in order to get 24k. But I also need to wait until it's April or May 3rd? May 3rd, in order to get the limit break so that I can run this without overcapping influence. So I basically have to wait about 4 days and then run this mission. That then lets me run the heal on the Cybernite, which means I need to basically do the save loads for this being a cool map before we even like have the mission ready. And then like the next episode will be like this mission plus this mission just back to back because it's like 5 minutes. And then like this other stuff's all going to be later. I think that makes sense here. So this can tick forward. All right, it's time. Let's run the legwork. Centaur is not great at this. Oh well. She'll do what she can. I mean, we'll get, you know, eventually plus 40, so it'll be 89 or 79 here. That's all we're really going to get. And then, yeah, there's nothing else to do on this save. When we pick back up, we'll be advanced to this being already on offer, this being ready to go, and we'll run this the episode afterwards. I think that's going to be the play here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.